The white smoke rose, signaling a momentous decision had been made. It was a beacon against the twilight sky, a symbol of new beginnings and the dawn of a new era. The smoke curled from the chimney atop the Sistine Chapel, a site that has signified change for centuries. It carried with it the weight of history and the hopes of millions of faithful around the world, each one yearning for guidance and renewal. Below in St. Peter's Square, a hushed anticipation gave way to a roar of joy and relief. The crowd, a sea of faces from every corner of the globe, erupted in celebration. Pope Francis, after a papacy that redefined the Church for the modern world, had resigned. His tenure was marked by a profound commitment to humility, social justice, and outreach to the marginalized. In his place, a new shepherd had been chosen, Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle of the Philippines. Known for his compassion and deep connection with the people, Tagle was seen as a beacon of hope for the future. The world watched, captivated by the drama unfolding in the heart of Rome. News outlets from every nation broadcasted the event, and social media buzzed with reactions and speculations. For the Catholic Church, this was a moment of profound change, a turning point in a long and storied history. The election of a new pope always brings with it a sense of renewal and reflection. The papacy of Francis, marked by its humility, its embrace of the marginalized, and its call for social justice, had left an indelible mark. His efforts to modernize the Church and address contemporary issues resonated deeply with many. Now it was Tagle's turn to guide the faithful into the unknown. With his unique blend of tradition and modernity, he was poised to lead the Church into a new chapter, one filled with promise and potential. The weight of the papacy, the burden of leading 1.3 billion souls, had taken its toll on the aging pontiff. Pope Francis, his once sprightly steps slowed by time and illness, had wrestled with his decision for months. His recent battle with pneumonia, a stark reminder of his mortality, had only deepened his conviction. The world had watched, concerned, as his health faltered. Yet even in his frailty, his spirit remained indomitable. His message, a clarion call for compassion, for environmental stewardship, for a church that served the poor and the outcast, had resonated far beyond the Vatican walls. His resignation, though expected, sent ripples of sadness and uncertainty through the global Catholic community. Within the hallowed halls of the Vatican, the atmosphere crackled with tension. The College of Cardinals, the princes of the Church, gathered in solemn conclave. Secrecy shrouded their deliberations, the ancient rituals of the papal election unfolding behind closed doors. Days turned into nights as the cardinals prayed, debated, and cast their ballots. The weight of their responsibility was immense. The next supreme pontiff would inherit a church grappling with internal divisions, facing challenges from a rapidly changing world, and seeking to heal the wounds of the past. The fate of the Catholic Church, for better or worse, rested in their hands. Across the globe, from bustling cities to remote villages, news of Pope Francis's resignation and the impending conclave spread like wildfire. Catholics and non-Catholics alike followed the events in Rome with a mixture of fascination and apprehension. In the Philippines, a nation renowned for its vibrant Catholic faith, anticipation reached fever pitch. Could Cardinal Tagle, a son of their soil, become the first Asian pope in modern history? The possibility, once unthinkable, now felt tantalizingly close. From the Americas to Africa, from Europe to Australia, the world held its breath, waiting to see who would emerge from the conclave as the new leader of the Catholic Church. Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, a man known for his warm smile, his infectious laugh, and his deep compassion, stood on the cusp of history. Born in Manila and steeped in the realities of Asian poverty and faith, he brought to the papacy a unique perspective. His theological brilliance, honed in the classrooms of some of the world's most prestigious universities, was matched by his pastoral heart. He had served as Archbishop of Manila, tending to the spiritual needs of millions. His work with Caritas Internationalis, coordinating Catholic relief efforts across the globe, had exposed him to the plight of the suffering and the marginalized. He was a man of the people, a shepherd who understood the struggles of his flock. The announcement of Cardinal Tagle's election reverberated around the world, met with a mixture of jubilation and cautious optimism. In the Philippines, church bells pealed, fireworks lit up the night sky, and spontaneous celebrations erupted in homes, streets, and public squares. For many, Tagle's election represented a new era for the Church, a chance to bridge the gap between East and West, to amplify the voices of the global South, and to chart a more inclusive and just path for Catholicism in the 21st century. Yet, alongside the hope, there were also anxieties. Could Tagle navigate the Vatican's complex bureaucracy? Would he be able to build upon Pope Francis's legacy of reform while addressing the concerns of those resistant to change? Only time would tell. Pope Tagle inherits a church at a crossroads. The challenges are immense. The ongoing clerical sexual abuse crisis, the rise of secularism, the shrinking number of priests and nuns, the growing divide between conservative and progressive wings of the Church. Yet within these challenges lies an opportunity for renewal. Tagle's emphasis on dialogue, his commitment to social justice, and his deep spirituality offer a roadmap for a church seeking to heal, to reconcile, and to rediscover its prophetic voice in a world yearning for meaning and purpose. His papacy holds the promise of a church that is more inclusive, more engaged with the world, and more attuned to the needs of the poor and the marginalized. The resignation of Pope Francis marked the end of an era, a period characterized by profound changes and a renewed focus on the core values of the Church. His tenure was not just about leading the Catholic community, but also about transforming it from within. But his legacy of humility, compassion, and radical reform will continue to shape the Church for decades to come. Pope Francis was a beacon of hope for many, especially the marginalized and the downtrodden. His efforts to address issues such as poverty, inequality, and injustice resonated deeply with people around the world. In electing Cardinal Tagle, the College of Cardinals signaled a desire for continuity, a seamless transition that would honor the path set by Francis while also embracing the future. Tagle, known for his empathy and deep connection with the faithful, embodies the spirit of Francis's papacy. For a leader who would build upon Francis's vision while bringing his own unique experiences and perspectives to bear, Tagle's background, with his roots in the Philippines and his extensive work in Asia, offers a fresh perspective that is both global and deeply personal. Tagle's papacy represents both a continuation and a new beginning. It is a continuation of the values and reforms initiated by Francis, but also a new chapter that promises to address the evolving challenges of the modern world. He inherits a church that is both wounded and hopeful, a community that has faced numerous trials but remains resilient. The faithful look to him for guidance, healing, and a renewed sense of purpose, divided and yearning for unity. His task is monumental, requiring not just administrative acumen, but also a profound spiritual vision. Tagle's ability to connect with people from all walks of life will be crucial in bridging divides and fostering a sense of global community. But his election, at this pivotal moment in history, offers a glimmer of hope for a church seeking to embrace its global mission. His leadership is seen as a beacon for those who yearn for a church that is inclusive, compassionate, and forward-thinking, and to proclaim the gospel message of love, justice, and mercy in a world desperately in need of healing. As the Church moves forward under Tagle's guidance, there is a renewed sense of optimism and a collective hope that the values of love, justice, and mercy will continue to illuminate the path ahead. As the sun sets on this historic day, casting long shadows across St. Peter's Square, a new chapter unfolds for the Catholic Church. The air is thick with anticipation and the weight of history seems almost palpable. Pope Tagle's papacy is a blank page upon which the story of the Church in the 21st century will be written. His leadership brings a fresh perspective, a new vision that many hope will bridge the old and the new. Will it be a story of unity and renewal, where the Church becomes a sanctuary for all, regardless of background or belief? Will it be a church that embraces its role as a beacon of hope, shining brightly in a world often overshadowed by despair? And will it champion the cause of the poor and the marginalized, offering a hand of compassion and solidarity to those in need? Or will it be a story of continued division, where internal conflicts and differing ideologies pull the Church in opposing directions? Will the Church struggle to adapt to a rapidly changing world, where technology and modernity challenge age-old traditions and beliefs? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain: the eyes of the world are watching, scrutinizing every move, every decision, every word spoken. The global community is filled with a mixture of hope, anxiety, and anticipation, each person projecting their own expectations onto this new era. The future of the Catholic Church, for better or worse, hangs in the balance. As we stand on the cusp of this new chapter, we are reminded that history is not just something we observe, but something we actively shape. Please subscribe to our channel History Documentary Hub for more insightful videos and intriguing content.